In these chapters, Peter goes to Cornelius. The gospel message has gone out to the Samaritans, and now it's gone out to the Gentiles. And interestingly enough, although it's gone to the Gentiles, I'm not convinced that the Jews completely get what it means for it to go to the Gentiles. I'm not saying that they're not open to it going to the Gentiles. They obviously have been open to it going to the Gentiles. But I don't know if we really get our heads around what it means for them to go to the Gentiles. I've tried to come up with a modern, connection. And here in Colorado, may I suggest for you native Coloradans, what if the Denver Broncos were the church and the Raiders were the Gentiles? And you want that message of God's love and God's peace and God's salvation to go to all people, but how do you Broncos take it to those Raiders? I don't know. I'm just throwing that one out there for you. Tarsus. And when we're talking about the apostles, we're really talking about the disciples, the 12 minus Judas. That's probably who maybe James, maybe Jude have gotten into it so far. But we're really talking about first century, Second Temple Jews who have spent their entire life in the Levant. They've been raised kosher, they've hung out kosher, and they know about the Gentiles, but they really haven't had much interaction with the Gentiles. Does anybody remember where Barnabas was from? Cyprus. He's a Levite and he's a first century Jew, but he's also probably more Hellenized, more Greekified than the apostles. They're probably having this church meeting going, we've been Broncos our entire life, and now we're hearing there's a church of the Raiders. Can we go to the church of the Raiders? How do we reach the church of the Raiders? What do we do in the church of the Raiders? Well, remember though, Barnabas, he's from the church of the Chargers. They're not quite as bad as the church of the Raiders. Maybe we can use him to go to the church of the Raiders. Now, I don't know how well a Charger is going to do in the church of the Raiders. I'm just saying. But, obviously this analogy breaks down on several levels, but I think we can also get it on a couple levels, right? Barnabas goes